Are we on the brink of another major economic downturn? Remember the turmoil of the Great Recession? Today, we're diving deep into the potential red flags flashing in the global economy. Is history about to repeat itself, leading us towards a Great Recession 2.0? Stay tuned as we break down the key indicators you need to watch. Welcome back to the channel. In recent years, the global economy has navigated a series of unprecedented events: a global pandemic, supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical tensions. While we've seen periods of recovery, whispers of a potential recession, even a severe one akin to the Great Recession of 2008-2009, are growing louder. The Great Recession was triggered by a complex interplay of factors, primarily the collapse of the US housing market and the subsequent credit crunch. While the exact causes of a potential 2.0 might differ, understanding the current economic landscape and the emerging red flags is crucial for all of us. In this video, we'll explore the key indicators that economists and analysts are closely monitoring. One of the most prominent red flags is persistent and elevated inflation. For a long time, central banks considered inflation to be transitory, but it has proven to be stickier than anticipated. Rising prices for essential goods and services like food, energy, and housing eroded consumers' purchasing power, leading to decreased spending. To combat inflation, central banks around the world have been aggressively raising interest rates. While this aims to cool down the economy, it also carries risks. Higher borrowing costs can stifle business investment, reduce consumer demand for big-ticket items, and increase the risk of defaults on loans. This brings us to our next red flag. The rapid pace of interest rate increases is a significant concern. While necessary to tame inflation, these hikes can have a cascading effect throughout the economy. Businesses face higher costs for borrowing, potentially leading to reduced expansion plans, hiring freezes, or even layoffs. Furthermore, higher interest rates can put downward pressure on asset prices, including stocks and real estate. This can lead to a decrease in household wealth and further dampen consumer confidence and spending. The housing market played a central role in the Great Recession. While the current situation differs in some aspects, a significant cooling of the housing market is another red flag to watch. Rising mortgage rates are making home ownership less affordable, leading to a decrease in demand and potentially causing prices to stagnate or even decline in some areas. A sharp downturn in the housing market can have broader economic consequences. It can impact related industries like construction, real estate brokerage, and home improvement, and it can also affect consumer wealth and spending. A healthy labor market is a cornerstone of a strong economy. However, recent data in some regions has shown a gradual increase in unemployment claims. While the overall unemployment rate might still be low, a consistent upward trend in jobless claims could signal that businesses are starting to feel the pressure of a slowing economy and are beginning to reduce their workforce. A weakening labor market can create a negative feedback loop. As more people lose their jobs, consumer spending decreases, further dampening economic activity and potentially leading to more job losses. Consumer confidence surveys reflect how optimistic or pessimistic households are about the current and future state of the economy. A significant and sustained decline in consumer confidence can be a leading indicator of a slowdown in spending. If people are worried about their financial future, they are more likely to postpone major purchases and cut back on discretionary spending. Factors contributing to declining consumer confidence include high inflation, rising interest rates, and concerns about job security. This cautious consumer behavior can further weigh on economic growth. The global economic landscape is also heavily influenced by geopolitical events. Ongoing conflicts, trade tensions, and disruptions to global supply chains create uncertainty and can negatively impact economic activity. Increased energy prices due to geopolitical factors, for example, can exacerbate inflation and squeeze household budgets. These external shocks can further complicate the efforts of central banks to manage inflation and maintain economic stability. So what does all this mean for you? While we can't predict the future with certainty, being aware of these red flags is the first step. Here are a few things you can consider. Review your personal finances. Assess your debt levels, savings, and spending habits. Consider building an emergency fund if you haven't already. Stay informed. Keep an eye on economic news and indicators from reputable sources. Consider your career. Be mindful of your industry's outlook and consider diversifying your skills if possible. Long-term perspective. Remember that economic cycles are a normal part of the economy. Focus on long-term financial planning. The economic landscape is complex and constantly evolving. While the red flags we've discussed today don't guarantee a Great Recession 2.0, they certainly warrant careful attention. By understanding these indicators, we can all be better prepared for potential economic headwinds. What are your thoughts on the current economic situation? Are there any other red flags you're watching? Share your insights in the comments below. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future updates. Thanks for watching.